Hi guys, it has been quite a while since my last video. I apologize for the quality of this video. I wish I could say freshly moved, but we just moved 2 months ago, and I still haven't found my cord to my actual computer, so I'm on my fiance's laptop. Fiance, that happened since the last time I made a YouTube video. Dean proposed, and the wedding is going to be next November, November 11th, 2018. I just wanted to make a little update because I have been preparing for plastic surgery. So I kind of have a lot to say, and it's annoying to say a lot on Instagram, and so I just figured I would just come back to YouTube. Plus, I really wanted to keep doing this, but I just kind of suck at it. And it's easier to... I'm sorry. I have Invisalign. It hurts really bad, and I hate it, and I have a lisp, and it sucks, and blah. But anyway, I wanted to just make kind of a longer video. You know me, once I get talking, it never stops. I have a stripe on my head because I was frustrated with trying to get this stupid camera to open on this MacBook, and I laid my head down on the desk, and it's got like a little inlay, and so anyway, since surgery, let me give you some updates on just general stuff. Since surgery, I only lost 65 pounds. I am not unhappy because overall my total is 102 or something like that. But I do think it could have been a lot more, but I also know 100% that it is all my fault. I mean, I was not a stellar patient. So we can just, if you're having doubts about having this surgery and because you think you're not going to lose very much, you're going to lose what you try to lose. And if you don't try, it's not going to happen for you. I got comfortable and I got lazy and I was like, oh, I can only eat 2 spoonfuls, so why don't I just eat 2 spoonfuls of cake? So, it has been, my surgery was February of 2016, so it has been about a year and a half. I do not regret having surgery still. There was never a time when I regretted it. I still cannot eat very much. I can definitely eat a lot more than, as soon as I had the surgery, but I still can't eat very much, but I'm still not a good patient. I didn't go to my 1-year follow-up. I didn't go to my 6-month follow-up. I haven't even talked to my surgeon. My surgeon herself actually left the whole hospital. She moved to... I'm sorry, I'm really drooly because of my Invisalign. She moved to New Mexico and opened up her own practice, or maybe she's a partner at I don't know. She's an important member of that practice, one of the lead doctors or whatever. So I can't I could reach out to the hospital staff and the PA could talk to me, but I don't know, I'm just not into it anymore. I know that sounds terrible, but I tried. I made an appointment for my 6-month or my 1-year follow-up because I decided I should just go. I didn't want to get my blood work done. And not because I don't like getting it done, but because I just kind of didn't want to know, because I know that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So I kind of just didn't want to know. But I decided I would just make the appointment and I should just go. And then I forgot about it and I didn't go. Well, 2 months later, I was like, look, I should probably go. So I call and I leave a voicemail and I'm like, hey, my name's Chelsea. This is my medical record number. I'm a bad patient, but can I have an appointment, please? And the lady calls me back 2 days later and she's like, I don't think you called the right phone number. You called the bariatric, wing or whatever. If you need to make an appointment with your PCP, then you need to call this number. I looked through your medical record number and I looked up your name and your phone number, and I don't see you in our system as having weight loss surgery ever. And I was like, what? So I I just kind of brushed it off and was like, oh, she obviously looked up the wrong thing, like whatever. Well, then a couple months later, I go to urgent care because I'm having really bad chest pain. And my dad last year, he's 46 and he had open heart surgery for an aneurysm he had no idea was there. So now I'm really paranoid whenever I have any sort of like chest pain or like whatever, my heart feels like weird or whatever, even whatever, you know what I mean? Anything. I just am super paranoid about it now. And so I also, like, it was hard to breathe and it was consistent. So I was like, okay, we got to go. So we go to urgent care and we're going through the motions and blah, blah, blah. And they make me do this stuff and they make me do that. And I have x-rays and all kinds of tests and blood tests and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, I think I still have my blood work in the system from my other doctor. Like, can I just ask for that to be run now? And they're like, no, there was no blood work ordered for you in the past 6 months. And I was like, well, no, like, what? There's supposed to be like 32 tubes of blood that's supposed to be like run for the 1 year appointment. And I was like, oh, well, that's really weird. All right, never mind. So I just passed it off. And so then the lady's sticking me in the arm with the IV. And I was like, ugh, you'd think I'd be used to this by now. And she just kind of looks at me like, what are you talking about? But I didn't think anything of it. Like, whatever. And then they give me this weird liquid. And I was like, can I have this? And they were like, yeah, are you allergic to something? You said you weren't allergic to anything. I was like, right, but I can't have some certain things I don't really know because of my surgery. And they're like, what surgery? And I was like, my weight loss surgery? And they were like, oh my God. And they like took it away from me. I have no idea what it was. I think the only thing I'm really not supposed to have is like NSAIDs. So I don't know what it was, but they like took it away from me really quick. And she was like, oh my God. She's like, your file is not correct. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, well, yeah. So I had weight loss surgery in February of last year, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, okay, can we just go through your whole medical history really quick? And I was like, I guess so. And I'm going through this with her and nothing is in there. So that's not in there. All of my lead-up appointments aren't in there. All my follow-up appointments aren't in there. My gallbladder removal wasn't in there. And then she's like, okay, do you have any other surgeries? I was like, oh, just my gallbladder removal. But I assume that's there because that was more recent. And she was like, we were just prepping you to take your gallbladder out. Like, we thought that was what your pain was. Like, we were fairly certain that that's what it was. So we were just about to prep you to do that. And I was like, oh, no, I already don't have my gallbladder. I had that taken out about 5 months after my gastric bypass sleeve. And for anyone who is like worried about getting their gallbladder removed, let me tell you, it was like the most relieving thing in the world. It was a hell of a time. I had an absolutely horrible experience, but once it was done and it's gone and I don't have that pain anymore, I mean, I literally thought I was dying 3 times. I mean, like, just full on. I'm not a very religious person, but I'm like literally praying to God, don't let me die. Like, it was awful. So to actually, like, the whole experience within the hospital and everything, and I'll have to make a different video about that. That whole experience was terrible, but it wasn't really anyone else's fault. You know, it wasn't like the hospital was bad. It was just the whole experience sucked. It is such a relief to get rid of that stupid pouch of useless in your body. I mean, I've never had surgery before. I've never even been in a hospital before for more than a concussion before my sleeve surgery. So I was really frightened about getting another surgery. But I'm so glad I did it. But anyway, that was not in my my chart. Literally nothing was in my chart. My chart was empty. And so I had to go through everything with this doctor and talk to, by the way, I'm so sorry it's such a mess because 2 months is a while. We've been here for a while, but I just haven't unpacked. I just don't feel the need to. I don't really like this place and it doesn't feel like home to me. So I'm just not really in a rush to get things moving. But anyway, after that, I was just like, I really don't want to go through the motions and call them and be like, hey, I did have surgery. Yeah, the doctor already left. Like, I don't really even know who I would meet with. It's just not personal anymore. I don't know. I just feel like over it, which is a bad feeling. I don't take my vitamins, which is a terrible thing and probably why I'm so tired today. And I can't really, like, I don't know, I just feel like I'm not functioning very well. I don't think, now this is terrible, but I don't think that I'm super, like, malnourished or anything. I mean, I eat way more than I should anyway. I eat really healthy. Just the last month and a half, I watched a sad movie. I watched Okja. It's on Netflix, and I decided I wasn't going to eat meat anymore. And I'm not like one of those weirdos. I'm not, like, I don't care if other people eat meat. I'm not going to tell you you need to be vegetarian. I don't care. But I think, like, it's been really good and also really bad at the same time because I'm eating a ton more leafy greens and vegetables and things like that, so I'm getting a lot more vitamins, but I'm really low on iron, and I can tell because I'm already kind of anemic, so that's kind of hard. And I'm having a really hard time getting protein because I cannot freaking stand shakes. If I have to have more shakes, I'm going to kill someone. And so I try, and I'm having shakes like once a week, but it's not easy. It's been about a month and a half, and I really don't want to have to go back to eating meat because of this, but at the same time, like, I'm kind of thinking I'm going to try and see if the way I feel changes. So I'm going to try and get to a 2-month mark of not eating meat and then go forward with maybe if I still feel kind of weird and, like, not myself, then maybe I'll just eat, like, lean chicken or whatever and, like, get it from the farmer's market and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Not fun. But, yeah, that's my update on post-surgery. But my new thing is plastics. So my friend, so I'm mostly on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, if you don't have an Instagram for weight loss surgery, I suggest you get one because it's a really awesome community. But if you don't follow me on Instagram, you should go check it out. It's just VSG Chelsea. I'm thinking about changing my name, but I don't really know what to change it to. Anyway, I have a friend on Instagram who had surgery around the same time as me. We were supposed to have the surgery the same day, but then everything happened with my doctor and she pushed it back. But we both decided that we wanted to do plastics, and we were going to think about doing it around the same time. And then I called this plastic surgery place just to get ideas of pricing and blah, blah, blah. And I was supposed to be going on vacation in November. And so I decided, you know what, let's do it. I'm just going to do it because I have not lost any weight in over a year. And I'm very skinnish. Like, I'm not skinny, like, small, but I'm covered in extra skin and I hate it. So I just decided I'm just going to do it. I'm going to get plastics and I'm just going to be happy and I'm going to go on vacation with my new body and be happy and blah, blah, blah. Well, I just, like, out of the blue, booked it. And then vacation got canceled and Dean got a new job and I was like, okay. So I called them. I pushed it back a month, blah, blah, blah. So now I'm doing it at the end of September, and I'm still very freaking excited, but I am really kind of nervous too, because for those of you who are on Instagram, you may have seen one girl, I don't want to call her out or whatever, I mean, call her out, but, you know, I don't know what she wants to be more public, I don't know, but anyway, there's one girl who had a terrible time with her surgery, I mean, like, absolutely awful, and, her wounds are opening up, and, like, her boob wound is, it's just terrible, and I feel really bad for her, and I cannot imagine what she's going through. She had to get a skin graft from her leg, from her thigh, to be put, I think over her open wounds on her hips, and on her, left, I think it's her left boob, but I'm really nervous about things like that. It's totally, like, 1 in a million, but, you know, I am a worrywart, so there's that. And also, just, like, it's out of state. I'm going to Miami, because it's, like, $8,000 less in Miami than it is here. And part of me keeps feeling like I'm not ready, but I don't think I'll ever think that I'm ready. I know that I still have weight to lose, but I have gone through trying and not trying and trying and not trying. And if I try my absolute hardest for a month straight, I will lose 1 pound. And then I smell a bagel and I gain 3. So I mean, I've talked to my doctor about it, my PCP, and not my surgeon. But she said that sometimes this happens and your body kind of is where it wants to be, and it doesn't matter what you do unless you're doing something very rigorous and you're doing like weight training and you're doing things like that. You're not going to see a big change because this is like the comfort zone. So that kind of sucks. And I'm not into weight training, and I know that I should be, and I know that I should be going to the gym all the time, but I just am not because I suck. So, I just want to do this, and I just want to be comfortable and happy with myself, with where I am, because I mean, I have lost 100 pounds and I still don't want to wear like tighter clothes. I still have to dress very frumpy to cover my stomach because I have that little hangy ovary apron, and it's just gross and I hate it. And so I just decided that I'm going to do it. So I'm going to get what they call the mommy makeover, and it makes me stressed out and upset because I'm not a mom. So that sucks. It just makes me feel like kind of lame or something. I don't even really know. It just makes me feel uncomfortable. But I'm going through with it. I'm going to do it. There's another one of my sleeve sisters who just had plastics like a week ago, and she looks amazing, and she had fat transfer to her butt, and I'm like, oh, maybe that's what I want to do too, because I don't have a butt. And I'm getting implants, and I'm getting my skin removed, and I'm getting lipo. And I don't want to look like a box. And I really, minus my front, I really love my shape because I have like hips. I have like curves. So let me see if I can show. So like I've got curves, right? So, but then there's this, like, I hate it so much. So I don't know. But I'm just going to go. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be happy. And hopefully my wounds don't open up. But, I mean, who's that happen to, really? Just that one person, right? Just the one. I don't know anything. But we'll see. I'm going to try and keep you guys updated. And I think I'm going to go make a video about my gallbladder removal, because that's quite the story. So, anyway, thanks for sticking around for 17 minutes for, like, the one person that actually does it. You're the best. Have a lovely day. Follow me on Instagram because I'm there most of the time.